Boys and girls, Miss Lauren had a cool idea for the art fair where she'd like to make it look like an artist's palette. And there will be flowers made by each grade level put into each of the sections. Today you are going to be making a rose out of air dry clay. It's actually a clay called Model Magic, or you can also buy some different types of air dry clay on the internet. And so we're going to be using half of a little container of the white and then just a quarter piece of the blue. Miss Lauren will have all of that cut up for you, and it's going to be your job to combine them together. So what we're doing is sandwiching it together. You fold it over and then you pinch, pinch, pinch with your fingers. Fold it over and pinch, pinch, pinch with your fingers. You're not going to pull it apart. That starts to get it tough and it introduces a lot of air into it. I promise you, if you just keep folding it over and pinch, 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 it's going to mix up really quickly and you're going to be able to move on very soon. Now, you can see that my clay is almost ready to go. And what I'm going to do is divide it into two sections. Obviously, it's not going to be necessarily perfect, but close enough. So I now took that 1 wad of clay and I divided it in half. And now I'm taking one of them and dividing that in half. And the other one, I'm dividing that in half. So now I have 4. From here, you're going to be making these little marbles into even tinier marbles here. So I had 4, and now I'm dividing each of those in half. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I come with 5, 6. And as soon as I divide this guy up, I am going to have 8. Now, once you have all 8 of your pieces, you're going to find that your pencil is already in this nice little box and it's going to hold it for you. You're going to take the very first ball of clay and you're going to roll it in your hand to make like a perfect little marble. Then you're actually going to squeeze it flat. The reason we're doing that is we want it to look like kind of like a little pancake almost. And you're going to be putting it behind the silver part, not on top, not below, but just where it's just covering up that silver part. And we're going to be wrapping that clay around the center. If you look at a real rose, you'll see in the very middle, it's pretty tight. So that pancake, you're almost rolling it up like a burrito or something, just wrapping it up. And sure enough, you end up with this little coil right there in the center. That looks really realistic. So now you have 7 pieces of clay. You're going to take one and up. If you go to flatten it out and it breaks, it's no big deal. You are the boss of the clay. You tell the clay what to do. And if it breaks apart, you're going to say, nope, get back together, buddy. Now, when we put on our next petal, we don't want to make a petal pancake. We're not going to put the petal on top of the other one. We're actually going to go on the opposite side of it. And so here I am wrapping that one around. And so now you can see that the petal is on the opposite side of where we coiled it the first time. I'm making another one. I'm not going to put it straight on top of a petal. I'm going to put it on the opposite side, that side right there. And now I'm going to put that on there. Don't make a petal pancake little pile there. You're always going to do it on the opposite side. So I'm not going to do it there. Here I'm putting it where the two meet together. So you're never going to put a petal on top of a petal. Now, some of you might be saying, do I really have to make them one at a time? No, you could take all 8 of them from the get-go and get your petals, and then you're just going to go doop, doop, doop to put the whole thing together. Now, as you start to go towards the edge, you're going to start to flare it out a little bit. Because if you look at a real rose, you'll see that towards the edges, the petals start to come out. So do you see how I'm pulling out those outer petals? That's what you're going to do as well. And you can just kind of look at it and decide, oh, do I like it? Should I pull it out some more? Do I not like it that pulled out? And it's going to turn out looking awesome. At the very end, if your color is blue, you can use blue paint. If your color is green, you can use green. But I'm kind of getting down into the nooks and crannies of this rose and making it just a little darker, because in real life, that's kind of what happens with a rose when you look at it. Now here we've got some kids. They are very happily working. They are counting out their different pieces of clay, and they're making their roses. I'll just let you listen to them work.
Maybe you should mix it some.
It's gorgeous. So now let me see you put on your first one. You have your 8 pieces.
Perfect. Like this?
Yeah. You're going to wrap it around. Exactly. And then you're going to rub the edges together a little bit. And then you're going to bring it all the way up to the top. You're going to try and keep that curl going.
Yeah. Like that? Size of a quarter. So alright, let's start.
And you can even pinch it a little bit tighter near the top.
My is looking pretty good so far. I'm kind of proud of myself.
Amazing.
Why did you just say? So I'm just gonna add this one.
Very nice.
Do you like it? No, this one. There's like I don't know. Me too. I just can do this.
It's amazing.